In this video, I want to talk about whether you should be writing your own books or outsource them. Hey guys, Emeka here. How's it going? I want to talk about really just whether you should spend time writing a book or whether or not you should spend time and money outsourcing your books. Now, I've talked about this briefly in other videos, but I thought this topic would be it's something that keeps coming up. I keep getting questions about it. So I figured, hey, you know what? Why don't I make a video where I'm just solely talking about this? So here's where we are. Now, as most of you know, if you've been following my channel for a while, I'm not writing my books. I've published or I've hired ghostwriters to write all of my books, and I will continue doing that for the foreseeable future. I am not an author. I am a publisher. Damn proud publisher. I take pride in the fact that I'm a publisher because my focus for getting into Kindle publishing was not to write and get my message out. My focus was to create an income for myself to replace my job. That was it. Do I want to write a book at some point? As far back as 2007, I've had an idea for a book that makes my heart sing. And I will write that book, and I probably later this year, possibly next year. And but right now, like, why didn't I start with that? Because, well, one, I'm a slow writer. It's going to take me a long time, and I wasn't, as much as I want to get that message out, I want to leave my job a lot more. So that's why I've been publishing books and hiring ghostwriters and getting them out as fast as I can. Now, those of you who do have passion for an idea and you want to get that message out, and yeah, then by all means, do it. Do what's going to make you most excited, for sure. But what you have to understand is know what your purpose or know your reasoning behind it. If you have these ideas and you want to share them with the world, then sit down, start typing it out, like work on it, get it out there. But if you're coming into this business because, hey, you want to make some extra money right now, then don't worry about writing your books and hire ghostwriters and just publish, produce them. Really, you can look at it as one, publishers are more business owners. They're looking at the grand scheme of things. Whereas writers, authors, are the employees. And not saying that there's anything wrong with being an employee or an author by any means. But, you know, it's publishing for a reason. I think it keeps coming back to knowing what your reasoning is for getting into this business. You know, most of you are probably getting into it because you want to make a certain amount of money. Then that's great. Being an author does mean you need to be committed to it more long term. There's a lot more work when it comes to promoting your books, you know, because you have to build them over a more longer period of time and build an audience and whatnot. Whereas publishers, it's a slightly different approach. Now, the basics of it, yeah, the basics are still going to be the same, but they are two slightly different things. And that is one why publishers do make more money off the bat than authors do. And you know, in a perfect world, maybe you do both. And I know, like, that's what I've said. I've put out, I think, about 14 or so books so far. And, you know, it'll be a little while until I sit down and I start writing my own books, because I know what my primary objective is. That's to make money and to be able to leave my job and, you know, create more of a passive income lifestyle first. Then I'll sit down and pen to paper, fingers to keyboard more likely. And I'll start writing out my own book for sure, because that's, it's something I am passionate about, but more passionate about not working a regular job. So I just wanted to offer a couple quick thoughts on that. If you're wondering whether or not you should be writing and taking your ideas and putting them on paper, or if you should just be publishing and having ghostwriters do the books for you, it comes down to, well, what do you want to get out of it? Are you looking to make income right away and build more of a publishing business, or are you looking at becoming more, getting your message out and becoming more of an author and doing that? Both are great, both are fine, but you have to understand what you're going after, and nobody else can really tell you that, because you have to know it yourself, right? You want to go in this direction or that direction. There's no wrong answer. They just take you on slightly different paths at slightly different speeds, but both can get you to where you want to go. For example, this was a few years ago. I can't remember where she's from. It's just a little town in the States, and she was just self-publishing novels. She was writing them herself and just putting one out every few months. And a publishing house somehow ended up getting in touch with them and gave her $5 million publishing deal. Those are, for example, probably not happening with how I'm building my business, but if you're an author, that could be an opportunity. Now, it's also kind of like winning the lottery, but those are, so bottom line, two different paths. They're both awesome. Figure out which one you're more in line with and go with that. Anyways, guys, it's been great. Like always, if you appreciated this video, give me the thumbs up. If you have more great video ideas, mention them in the comments. I read them, I reply, and I take them to heart. And if you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. Please browse and consider subscribing. Speak to you guys soon. Take care.